If you're a true Liverpool fan, subscribe to Anfield Signal. Liverpool warned against appointing Xabi Alonso if Arne Slot is fired. Many Liverpool fans would like to see former Anfield hero Xabi Alonso return to the club in a managerial capacity, but one of Alonso's ex-teammates is not totally convinced he would be the right appointment. Former Liverpool defender Stephen Warnock has questioned whether Xabi Alonso would be the right fit as a replacement for Arne Slot. Slot is still in situ at Liverpool, but pressure is growing on the Dutch boss after an awful title defence, which currently sees the Reds sitting 19 points adrift of first-place Arsenal. Liverpool has won 9 of its last 24 games in the Premier League, and on Tuesday succumbed to a 2-1 defeat by Wolves, which is in last position in the Premier League table. Many supporters have lost faith in Slot, and ex-Reds fullback Warnock thinks the Liverpool boss could be fired at the end of the season. "No, I don't expect Slot to be at Liverpool next season," Warnock said on BBC Radio. "It's a big ask for them to get a Champions League place. It's going to be very difficult. They're so inconsistent that I don't see them winning every game until the end of the season. It's going to be very difficult for him to stay in charge. They're nowhere near where they'd like to be. It's not gone to plan at all." Former Liverpool midfielder Alonso is currently without a job after he was fired by Real Madrid earlier this year, and some Liverpool supporters are keen on the idea of him returning to Anfield in a managerial capacity. However, Warnock is not sure whether Alonso's prospective arrival would be the guarantee of success that some people seemingly believe he would. "I'm not too sure whether that's the right decision. That's more of a nostalgia thing where people want that romance," Warnock added. At Real Madrid, the football wasn't fantastic, but he had a very difficult changing room and tried to change the culture. Liverpool faces a stern challenge in the weeks ahead as it battles to achieve qualification for the Champions League via its final league position. The Reds are currently in 6th position, which would not be enough to secure a seat at Europe's top table next term. Despite Liverpool's slip-up against Wolves, their rivals failed to make up ground. Chelsea thumped top 4 hopefuls Aston Villa 4-1, while Manchester United fell to Newcastle, marking Michael Carrick's first defeat. Arne Slot issues positive Florian Wirtz injury update as Liverpool star takes next step. Florian Wirtz has not figured in any of Liverpool's last 3 games after pulling up with a back injury during the warm-up ahead of Liverpool's away game against Nottingham Forest last month. Arne Slot provided an update on the fitness of Florian Wirtz ahead of Friday's FA Cup trip to Wolves, saying that the German could figure as a substitute. Wirtz has not featured in any of Liverpool's last 3 games after pulling up with a back injury during the warm-up ahead of Liverpool's away game against Nottingham Forest last month. "He trained half and half yesterday. He made the next step in his rehab," Slot said. "Let's see where he is today, and he could be available tomorrow for a few minutes tomorrow in the best scenario." Andy Robertson's boyhood dream move is off the cards. Miller. Andy Robertson has been backed not to join Celtic this summer, despite growing expectations that the Liverpool defender will leave Anfield at the end of the season. The Scotland international's contract situation and reduced playing time during the current campaign have fueled speculation that the 31-year-old left-back is approaching the end of his Liverpool career. Robertson has been one of the club's most influential players during the Jurgen Klopp era, but the current season has been far more challenging for the experienced defender. Premier League statistics via SofaScore show that our number 26 has started just 5 league matches this season and has played only 679 minutes in total. Those numbers underline how much his role in Arne Slot's side has changed. Kenny Miller doubts Celtic move for Robertson. Speaking to Premier League betting odds site BetRight, former Scotland striker Kenny Miller suggested Robertson is unlikely to return to the Scottish Premiership, even if he leaves Liverpool. Miller believes the former Hull City defender will have strong interest from clubs across Europe's top leagues. He said, "If Andy Robertson leaves Liverpool at the end of the season, there's only one place he could go in the Scottish Premiership, and I'm sure he'd love the opportunity to represent Celtic at some point in his career. But the dilemma is how he'd fit into the team, with his Scotland teammate Kieran Tierney already established in the defence." The former striker also explained that Robertson's experience would make him attractive to clubs outside Scotland. Andy will already have a number of potential suitors looking to sign him in the summer. He's going to have a lot of options and top leagues to choose from. He'll be looking around Europe, and there'll be clubs in the Bundesliga, La Liga and Serie A that would welcome him with open arms. Liverpool future increasingly uncertain. Discussion around Robertson's future has intensified in recent months, as Liverpool continue their squad transition under Arne Slot. Journalist David Lynch recently suggested a new contract for the defender now appears unlikely, raising the possibility of a summer departure. At the same time, John Aldridge has pointed out that Robertson's influence inside the dressing room would be difficult to replace. What seems increasingly clear is that the Scotland captain is approaching a major decision about the next stage of his career. Whether that future remains in England or elsewhere in Europe remains to be seen.